What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is. We're doing another prediction video. HBO, they do have a card going on. Turning Stones Casino Resort up there in Verona, New York. Always give some good bangers up there. And it's not a major fight card, but Giselle Corrales, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, carries the title at 130, same division as Vasily Lomachenko, Gervonta Tank Davis. They fighting. You know, they throwing them bows up there. And, you know, Demetrius Andrade, I think he signed a deal with HBO, at least on this fight. He's taking on, you know, DMV's own Alantez Fox. If you guys remember, I did a video on him, Prospect Alert. That's Alantez Fox, 6'5" middleweight. Yes, you heard it right, 6'5" middleweight with 79-inch reach. And Boo Boo's going to be at a disadvantage here. You know, he did fight Willie Nelson, that was 6'3", not the singer. Willie Nelson, that was 6'3", and he knocked him out, you know. But if you want to know a little bit more about these fighters, this won't be a conventional prediction breakdown video. You know, for one, it's not a lot of tape on Alantez Fox out there. But I've seen enough to, you know, get all a good, clear-cut, you know, direction in which this fight's going to go into. Of course, I can't measure his fight on the levels that he's been fighting on, to be honest. I can't measure his heart or his chin. But, you know, one thing I do know about him is he's 6'5", and he's pretty coordinated. He's not a not coordinated fighter, just like Willie Nelson. He got some fluidity. He's not as fluid as Willie Nelson. But Willie Nelson didn't have a jaw, and he didn't have stamina. We seen that when he fought that Argentine guy on HBO some few years back, right after Kelly Pavlik retired and left the trainer that he was with. Can't remember the guy's name. But Alantez Fox is a guy who's going to use the jab, double, triple it up, stick the right hand behind it. He going to fight with his height. He ain't a Paul Williams. He don't give up his height too often. But he will go to the body as well. He will spaz around and spin his opponent. He keeps that backhand home. Good fundamentals to block oncoming attacks. And, you know, he's a good fighter. You know, using his height. You know, he don't get a ton of knockouts. You know, I say that right now. He don't. Because he uses his height and he doesn't go in for the kill. And, you know, he's just going to let it come to him. He's going to let the knockouts come to him. He don't go looking for him. He's undefeated. He's like 20-something-0 with 10 knockouts. You know, and that's what he's going to do. He's just going to, you know, pepper you with the jab and keep you at the end of that stick. Sit that right hand in. Man, that's his game, you know, pretty much. And he move his head a little bit. He keep that backhand home, the attack oncoming attacks. You know, he sees a lot of guys that lunge in on him, you know, that try to, you know, knock his head off and see if he can defend himself, or will he be a deer caught in headlights? And you know, he can defend himself. That's what I'm saying. He can just defend himself. He's a good, solid prospect, and I know he's gonna be looking to capitalize off of Boo Boo, especially looking at Boo Boo's last opponent versus Jack Colclough. Boo Boo only has fought one time. Last time he fought twice in 1 year at least was 2013, and that's sad. You know, a great talent like him. And what's so sad about Demetrius Andrade is, you know, he took his time coming up, moving slowly. You know, he had all these Olympic accolades. He was just supposed to be this talented fighter, and plenty of guys that blew right past him that was coming up around him at the same time, because he's poorly promoted and mismanaged, you know, with Banner Start Boxing. But they did, you know, get him over here to HBO with a deal and get him on HBO. He tried to stay on Showtime and fight some of the other guys, but he didn't have a voice. You know, he didn't have the right promoter and the right pool to get those big fights. And when he did get a big fight versus Charlo, he pulled out, so that kind of scared a lot of people away. Nobody wants to have food, money about to be put in their, you know, pocket, and food about to be put in their family mouth, and this guy pulls out and it all falls apart. And then you got to go, you know, do something else, and it takes the fight date away from you. And that's just being trill, but we know Andrade brings to the table. He got a wide base. Adrian Broner, Erickson Lubin got those wide bases. That means they want to bring power and be offensive. And that's Andrade. He wants to be offensive. He can make boxing moves that other boxers can't fight, and the boxers that Alantez Fox has fought and can't make those same boxing moves. They can't close the distance with athletic ability, speed, and skill. You know, and that's going to be the difference. You know, Boo Boo got, you know, quick hands. He's a southpaw. Good jab, you know, and they probably looking at the Jack Colclough fight as an opportunity to capitalize on some of the mistakes that Boo Boo makes. But I don't think it's that, and I don't think it was that. You know, he had a lay off. He was rusty, but for me with Boo Boo is he was fighting a shorter guy. Anytime you fought a shorter guy and you 6'1", you fighting a guy like 5'6", 5'7", whatever Cole Klein was, that's tough. That's tough to adjust your punch trajectory, the punching down. That takes a little bit of steam off your punches, and punching up will take a lot of steam off your punches as well. But you know, a lot of guys ain't accustomed to fighting shorter guys. You've seen Robert Easter Jr. and Dennis Shavakov. He had issues in punching down, and you know, with Alantez Fox, he's used to that because he's at least, you know, probably 5, 6, 7 inches taller than his opponent, so that won't be an issue for him. But talk a little bit strategy before the video ends. You know, for Alantez Fox, it's basically he gonna have to be more offensive this fight. You know, he could play off for Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade does lunge a lot. But for him, I think I need him to be offensive this fight. I need him to press the attack while keeping his distance. I think he needs to set the tone. This guy hasn't fought since March. I don't know how long, you know, Alantez Fox's last fight was, but I'm just assume he's the more, you know, active and fresher fighter. I need him to put that stick on, you know, Andrade, control distance, and throw a lot of punches. I know that might play Andrade's hand, but if you put him on a defensive and kind of step the pace up, he might tire out at the end. I need him to put some body shots in there as well. Mix not a lot of body shots because that's going to give Andrade the opportunity to counter him to the head. But I'm going to need him to prove that he belongs in the ring with Demetrius Andrade. And then once he gets up a little bit, then go back to Alantez Fox, peppering him, using his movement, countering, moving his head, and outboxing Andrade. You know what I mean? Because Andrade's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's going to lunge in there. He's probably going to underestimate this guy. He gonna lunge in there and make mistakes, and Alantez Fox's counter ability is pretty good. Andrade basically is just gonna be, you know, making boxing moves regular day at the office, get the rust off, use the jab, show him that you're quicker, make boxing moves that other boxers that he's faced couldn't make, and show him that it's different levels and a different class to this. I'm gonna look at Demetrius Andrade, you know, getting a unanimous decision by 5 or 6 points. I think it's different levels to this, and he's classes above Alantez Fox, but we gone.